And what's up again, YouTube? If you saw the last video covering all the rooms for Castle Hyperion, you definitely saw the library and with its hidden secret dungeon. So yeah, if you didn't check out that video, go check it out sometime. Not going to be as exciting as this video because that's really all there is to it. But the next the next room we were going to go check out is the Armory. And when it comes to the Armory, this is where things get kind of a little crazier from my last two videos. This is where I get a little bit more nuts, but that's nothing compared to the next room, which is the Creeper room, as I call it, and you'll see why. But for now, this is where I got a few fun gimmicks in here. And one thing I'd like to remind everybody, in this little disclaimer in every video, is that everything in this castle that I've built was built in survival on normal difficulty most of the time, easy sometimes, but never passive. We're in passive mode right now just because I don't want to deal with mobs, and I definitely hate it when I'm trying to do these videos and you hear a zombie in the background. It's like, shut up. Anyways, so yeah, right now we're just going to go ahead and be in passive for this, but never in creative mode. So nothing in this was made in creative mode at all. And there's an easy way to tell is because a lot of the stuff is made pretty badly. If it was in creative mode, I would have made it perfect, but but in survival mode, you only work with what you got. So one of the things I did is I built the castle first. It's a huge castle. If you haven't seen the other videos, you probably didn't see just how like absolutely massive it is. And we'll do a full tour of it in a later video, just a quick run through it all. But yeah, so the idea was to build the castle in survival using only resources around me, and then later figure out where to fit everything. So the castle floor plan was first, and then all the redstone and crazy contraptions were built after, and it created a lot of complex issues that I had to work around to get this stuff to work, because you kept running into other redstone and everything. Anyways, yeah, so let's just get on with it. So it's the Armory. Pretty easy to explain. This is where all the weapons and resources are stored. You know, you got, well, all my diamonds are in my inventory right now. That's for a later video. But yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Don't know what to do with that box yet. Guess that changed at some point. And as for that, that's pretty easy to understand, so nothing too crazy about that whole organization and everything like that. But first thing anybody notices when they come in here is my giant smelting station, and this is an automatic smelter. It's actually two different sets, but this one runs mostly off of lava buckets. This one runs off of just anything I feel like putting in there. So you might have blaze rods, you might have wood planks that I needed to throw away. Could just be anything. Anything that'll burn, I'll use as a fuel source. And the way this works is, you just put stuff in the top, and they feed through a hopper system down through into two furnaces, which smelts them. And when they're all done, they go in to the chest. And the nice thing about the lava buckets is when you're using lava buckets, the lava buckets, when they empty, go into the chest as well. So yeah, that's a really convenient little feature. It's a little annoying to have to go refill them constantly because it's always dangerous dealing with lava, but still a nifty feature. And if you really got a lot to smelt, this is a great way to do it. You just put them in there, walk away, go play the game, and come back later, and it's all done for you and organized. Now, one thing I'll get into in a second is that you do lose experience when you do this way. You don't get experience for smelting things because you get it out of the chest and not out of the furnace, and that actually is what these switches are for. And so I'm going to go back here real quick and show you this extra area, because this is where your fuel sources go. So this is where all my lava buckets go, or the random junk that I need to burn up because I have too many of them or whatever, and they're wood and everything. So yeah, but when you come down back here, you'll notice these redstone contraptions here feeding into these two hoppers. Those are the two hoppers that feed into the chest. So when you are in a spot where you say you got a lot of iron you got to smelt, and that's some good experience. So what you'll do is you can, this stuff is smelting right now. I see I got some iron that I missed, and it's filling up the stone. There was some right before I closed it. So yeah, but if you are to, you'll notice that as soon as it is done smelting, it's gone because it drops down in the hopper. But say you want to get that experience, you just flip this switch, it deactivates those two hoppers, and now everything should pile up. So now it's not feeding down, and I can collect it and get a little experience if it's something that gives experience. But right now we're just bulk smelting some cobblestone, so let's just turn that off. Obviously the anvil, a couple armor stands, and all that, and then the fuel sources were explained back there. I'm not going to get into a crazy how to build thing. The redstone, yeah, this switch, the button activates the redstone. That's one of the problems with building stuff in survival. Like I said, you get stuff running into each other, but it's just a simple redstone line running to a block underneath with a repeater. Not really even worth showing. It's very simple, just redstone running straight to those blocks, and then it feeds into it. So yeah, so that's the auto smelter at work. The next thing you might notice is I can walk around here and you'll say, wait, how is this an armory where you make weapons and stuff but you don't have a workbench anywhere? There's not a single workbench anywhere, but that's when you come over to this little button and activate this. Yeah, I thought that was neat. Anyways, yeah, so that's my hidden workbench. When I don't want it, being an eyesore in the room, I just hit that button and it just turns into a nice little quartz table. So yeah, the way it works is there's a double piston system pulling the block down, and then there's two pistons on the left and the right that alternate, and when they alternate, they switch which block is going to get pushed up. And those, it's on a timer system, and it's crazy. To show it to you, I'd have to go into a whole different room and everything. But we'll show it in a later video when I get into the creeper room, or the secret room and the creeper room. You'll get to see it. So stay tuned for that video. But yeah, so it's just a fun thing. You can see it goes down, switches, and then gets pushed up. And yeah, pretty simple. Over here is another gimmick. This is, I can't take credit for this. I did not design this at all, but I will try to find the video again and link a description. But this is a armor stand swapper. This is one of I have my friends will play with me, and they'll just come over here and hit this button forever because they just think it's so fun to watch. But yeah, switches out different armor stands. You can only do a max of 3 as far as I know. At least with this simple design, but I'm sure somebody could complicate it up and make it just cycle through every kind of armor. But yeah, these are just 3 random armors. Say if I got somebody in my world that I don't trust, I'll get rid of my diamond armor real quick on display and turn it into crappy gold armor, and hopefully they'll leave it alone. So yeah. Anyways. So that's pretty much the gist of it. Most of it's self-explanatory, other than, I have the swords, and the upper box is the enchanted swords. It's a little hard to see the enchantment on item frames, but it's there. But yeah, and that's pretty much the gist of the armory. Those fun contraptions, are fun to build into the house. Some of the rooms will have them, some of them won't, but yeah, I'm always, I just like playing with this stuff sometimes. So anyways, thanks for watching. Next room, I think, will be the creeper room, and that might even have to be a 2 or 3-parter because this is a complicated room. Anyways, but yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time.